Good morning, everyone. Got your coffee? I got mine. Listen, babies, I slept so hard last night. It felt literally like I've been asleep for 2 days, and I never sleep that good. I literally never sleep that well. But I slept very well last night. I feel so refreshed and so energized this morning. I was so tired last night. I went to bed early and everything. Went to bed with a good book. That's the best way to go to bed, with a good book. Anyway, listen, before I forget, I want to say thank you so much to Julia and to Lee. Thank you, Lee, for the coffee money, and thank you, Julia, for your donation to the library pantry. I've said it a million times. People like you really help keep it going and keep our shelves stocked and full so that we can serve the community. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. With that being said, if I can remember, I start my videos off telling people to rest. Black people, that is, because black people, black women especially, should be resting right now. I'm going to bring that back up later, but before I do, I want to talk about yesterday's video. Yesterday's video attracted a new crop of people, and that's cute and all, but I just want to let you all know a few things if you're going to be here and if you're going to follow me. For me, it's always about quality and not quantity. It's always quality over quantity. And most of the people who tend to follow me understand that this is my platform is pro-black, first off, and it is a platform that I have built for black people to have dialogue and discussions about what's going on in our community. And sometimes, hard conversations have to happen. And not everybody's going to be comfortable with the hard conversation. And if you're that kind of person, this isn't your platform. I'm not someone for you to follow. And that's just really the truth. Because what I'm never going to do is climb down in the comments and tussle with you. I have better shit to do. And that's just the truth of that. Secondly, I did say that this is a pro-black platform. I am talking to black people. So, you new white folks that are in my comments thinking that this is a conversation. These are conversations that you're welcome in. You're not. I'll just make you a hidden user. I am very, very, very in love with the block button. Over here on YouTube, we don't have a block button, but we can make you a hidden user, and that does take away your ability to engage with me or anyone else in the comments. And I'll take that over nothing, because sometimes a person is saying something so stupid, you just need to have your ability to say anything taken away. I block a lot of those types of people too. And also too, black people, I know that a lot of us crave community. And trust me when I tell you that I used to be one of those black people that really wanted to take all black people along. You know what I'm saying? But then I realized how my ancestor Harriet Tubman was right. And when she said that we just gonna have to leave some of y'all behind, I am there now. I understand that, and I have no problem also making you hidden users, because what you're not gonna do is attack other black people in my comments. That's not community, and I'm not here for that, and they're not here for that. A couple of days ago, a black man confronted a black woman in my comments, and she said something along the lines of rest black people. I say that almost every morning when I show you all this cup. I say rest. And then he attacked her. I don't know if she saw the comment. I think I caught it quick enough where she didn't see the comment. But I think that the people that follow me know that me and my moderators are pretty much on stuff like that. And he said, what do you mean we're resting? We're not resting, blah, 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 blah. And then he just started talking to her in a way that I felt like was really disrespectful. Listen, you don't get to, just because you black, just because you skin folk, don't necessarily, we share the same skin, doesn't necessarily mean that we can. I understand that now, at this big old age of 54, that not all you black folks are my kin folks. If you can't be in community with other black folks and manage the simple thing of talking to other black people with dignity and respect, you don't belong here either. We'll not be having that. We will be leaving you behind. And I hope that after we do that, you figure out a way to be in community with black people and to talk to other black people like you got some sense. This goes for black women too. Disagree with the commenter if you must, but make sure you frame that disagreement behind a cloud of respect, because we don't disrespect other black people over here. We don't attack black people. That's the streets done taught y'all that, and them white folks done taught y'all how to do that. We don't disrespect other black people out of here for the sake of disrespecting other black people. Now, I can see if you've been disrespected, that's one thing. But to just come out disrespecting other black folks, this ain't the place for you, love. You need to go. Real talk, you need to go. And I hope that my numbers will even back out a little bit and you all understand what we are about over here. We are about hard, truthful conversations. We are about community. If you're not my community, please leave. And we are about respecting our community and learning how to be in community with one another. I try to give y'all, the opportunity to figure out how to be in community with other black people, because I know that a lot of y'all just haven't been taught that. I get that. But lately, I just haven't had a lot of patience with that. Figure it out or get left. Okay, because black people, we are in perilous times right now. And also too, learn how to think beneath a surface level. When black people say that we are resting, we don't mean that we are doing nothing. That's not what we mean that we're doing. We're doing things that serve us. That's what resting means. That brings me to today's topic. Black people serving ourselves, because black people have been serving everyone throughout all of our fights for liberation. Our fights have benefited everyone and has benefited us last. Black people are owed reparations. We are. And I don't know how y'all are navigating it, you beautiful black people, but I can tell you how I'm navigating it. I'm not doing any meaningful work that benefits America until America pays my people. It's like so many of my commenters have said that if you want to know if someone is a real ally, ask them how they feel about reparations. If they do not think that the descendants of slaves, enslaved people, do not deserve to be paid for the free labor that was forced upon them, they are not allies. They are not allies. This land was stolen from natives. It was built by enslaved people. And then brown people came along and were forced to keep it beautiful. All while we were stripped of our dignity. Promises that were made were broken. I'm not sure, but I think that every treaty that America made with the Native Americans, America has broken. America promised us 40 acres and a mule when we gained our freedom, and they never gave it to us. As a matter of fact, not only did they not give us reparations, but they gave reparations to the owners of enslaved people for losing their slaves. The reason why America is so rich to this day is because of chattel slavery. Because they stole people and forced them to work and build this nation up for free, brutalizing us the whole entire time, stripping us of our dignity and our human rights. And to this day, this country still tries to prevent black people from gaining ground. They still block us from generational wealth. They still block us from creating wealth. They still block us from building up our communities. They are still putting barriers in our pathway for success. And still to this day, they feel like they owe us nothing. The systems of oppression that oppressed our ancestors are still working just fine to this very, very moment. And white people have done nothing to dismantle those systems. In fact, they are currently reinforcing those systems, doing everything that they can do, including systematically burn this nation down to prevent black people from being successful within it. We are owed our due. And until America does right by us, everything it thinks about is going to crumble. That's why it's in the state that it's in. America owes a blood debt to black people, a debt that it should pay, because our ancestors are going to continue to wreak havoc until we get our money. We are owed reparations. Pay us our money, or watch it all burn. And mind you, we are sitting back and we are watching it burn, and not one black person had to strike any match. Plantations are burning down and trees are falling down, and white folks are imploding upon themselves because that blood debt has not been paid. This is a spiritual quest. And until what was done to our ancestors, until that debt has been paid, America is going to continue to die. What we are seeing going on in America right now is its death. It's dying a slow death. And only one thing is going to save it. And that is for it to pay back all those blood debts. And honestly, not just to black people, but to Native Americans, indigenous people, the Latinos whose land they stole. Also, it'll keep going this way. And I won't be standing in the way of their consequences, because this is their lesson. It's not ours. But they're so hateful. Are they not? They're so hateful. And we know that they will never pay this debt. America will never give black people what it is we are owed, and what it is we deserve, and what it is we are entitled to. We are entitled to reparations. We are owed reparations. There is a debt, and it must be paid. Until it is paid in full, America will burn. Hatred is the match that is burning America. It's also the fuel that's fueling the fire. This nation has always been hateful. It was built on racism. But it feels different these days, doesn't it? you can feel the hatred. And it's choking them out, all that hatred. And like it or not, the only thing that is going to make America great, not again because it never was, but the only thing that is going to make this nation great is if it pays all of its debts. We are owed, and we want our money. And I can tell you personally, if I were to be paid my reparations, America would never have to worry about me again. I would leave almost immediately. I would wrap my business up and I would leave almost immediately. And it's so funny how they say, if you don't like it, just leave. Just pay us and we will. Most of us. But we do have something in history to compare that to. Remember when black people tried to escape the Jim Crow South and go to the North? And the way white people reacted to black people leaving. They climbed those trains. They beat them to death. Dragged them off those trains. Forced them to work. This nation doesn't even run without black people. And they know that. Which is why the nation is turning back into a slave state. I said in a video years ago that that was the route that we were headed. They're making slaves out of everybody now. Only now it's economic slaves, and only now everyone can be enslaved. It's not just black people. But I think white people are starting to understand that, because they are experiencing some of the harsh realities that we have been experiencing, like not being able to pay their rent, not being able to buy a new car, not being able to send their children to school. They're experiencing some of the things that we have always experienced in this nation. And that's the reason why they will keep voting for hatred. Because they are hoping that their privilege, if they take things away from us, those things will be given to them. And that their white privilege, their hatred, their anti-blackness will once again push them at the top of the economic ladder and us at the bottom. And so they're all for a slave nation. They just feel like right now they got to go through these rough waters and work out all the kinks. And black people, if you don't watch out via the prison system, we will become those slaves. Because when our sons go to jail or when they go to prison, isn't that what they become at the end of the day? A slave, working hard from sunup to sundown for pennies. Lots of new prisons being built all over America. Some of them are have been modeled after the Venezuelan prisons. Why do you think they're sending people to those Venezuelan prisons? That's what America aspires to become. Rest, black people. While we have always been the target, we know that we have a big day coming. That's all that I have for today. If you would like to donate to the platform, I would certainly appreciate it. I'll leave my Cash App and Venmo down in the comments. Same goes for the Library Pantry and The Great Escape. Be righteous. Have a good day. Do something nice for someone. It will make you feel better. Be in community with your people. And if you don't know how, there's no shame in that. Just learn how and do so quickly.